For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our Teen Driver Safety Program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Back in the Bossman Show with Morgan State Bears coach Kevin Broadus here. The Bossman Show. Coach is up there doing his thing up in Maryland. Coach, how are things going with you guys up there, man?
Everything's going well, man. Just trying to stay safe, stay COVID free, and keep these guys healthy and just keep working hard.
Yes, indeed. Talk to us about that, Coach. Back in March and everything kind of went down. Where was your team at, and having to go from being on campus to being together to being at home in their own environment? So how was that for you and your team transitioning through the spring and summer there?
Well, it's interesting. I was just talking about that in the MEAC media day today. I think the best thing that happened was the MEAC shutting the conference down, because God forbid something would have happened. One of these guys would have got sick and something would have happened. The MEAC would have had a stain on them. So I'm glad they decided to shut it down like all the other leagues did. We were one of the last leagues that did it, but we got through it. And now, all summer we've been fighting, to stay afloat, all these universities, and keeping these kids, interested, and keeping these kids safe. And it's been different, but these are the times we live in, so we got to deal with them. I always tell our guys, you got to unexpected sometimes. And, it's a rough world out there. I always tell them, look out that window. Nobody cares. Nobody really cares. So you got to just, as a unit and a team, you got to stick together. So we've been sticking together, trying to make this work and do the best we can.
And speaking of that, Coach, how did you stimulate your young men's minds when they was at home via Zoom and FaceTimes and calls of that nature, keeping them academically engaged as well? So how'd y'all go about that, man? You know, when kids are on devices, they don't know what's going on, like you said, unexpectedly stuff going on. So how'd you keep their minds sharp academically and with what's going on in their lives as well?
You know, first of all, you know, I told my kids, I said, you know, this is where I am with this whole thing. I encourage you guys to go out and protest. Just don't do any looting, don't do anything crazy, because this is about you guys' future. So get involved, do things with your community, do things with your region, and because I went out downtown DC, protested, walked through, and it was just an eye opener. Our folks was doing this 50 and 60 years ago. Now we're doing it. And I just told them, this is for your future, and having those conversations with them. We had guys really were out there taking pictures. I was out there. We told them, hey, this is a time to get caught up on your academics. This is not a free time to just go out there and F off. Go out there and be productive. Be productive in your community. Be productive with your families. Do things that you haven't done before that you don't have to go out and do something crazy. So our Zoom calls were really good. Our guys were really good. And, everyone came back safe. And, we're just trying to make this work. I told them, see, in life, God puts things in your hands. He tries people that he can overcome this. He knows he can overcome this. So we just gotta go with the script. Do what these people tell you, that the scientists tell you. Do what's right, and just keep marching forward. Don't be the weak link in the armor. So guys been doing really well.
Yeah, because, you're 18, 19 years old, 20 years old. You want to go out to the mall, see a chick, hang out, go do something, but you can't because, the one time you slip up, that could be the whole team and your season because one person exposed can mess up everybody for 2 weeks, and then you can't play. You worry about making up a game and figuring out schedules. It's already compromised as is. So just one simple mistake slipping can ruin it for everybody. And they hope they're glad they got that point because it's that serious right now.
Oh yeah. This is their livelihood, what they want to do, and I told them, take advantage of it. Don't complain. Just make the most of what you have. Some people have less. Some people want to be in your shoes. You don't realize what you have until it's taken away from you. And those guys said they're like, wow, we was talking about that today.
You got that right, because, thinking about it, I haven't left Atlanta in 7 months, Coach. I'm a traveler. I travel all over. I haven't been left for 7 months, so having to readjust that, but finding my niche, which is helping the community with voting and helping us move forward as a city with community initiatives. So I found my way. I'm in my 30s, of course. I'm a little older than your players are, but being in my 30s, I understand that, but they haven't quite got that maturity yet. But I'm glad to have a guy like you to lead them and help them from that mindset, that mentality that, hey, when some don't go your way the first time, find other ways to impact. That's not the way you want to do, but find another way to do it because you can still impact in multiple ways, even off the court and on the court as well.
Absolutely. I'll tell you, it's funny you say that. I haven't traveled on a plane or bus since March. And I've had opportunities this summer to travel, and I just said, you know what? I'm just going to stay put. I haven't done anything, outside. I've been doing bare minimum, just going to work every day. I never stopped. I stopped for about 2 or 3 weeks. They told us not to come on campus, but other than that, I go to work every day. I've been more focused than I've been in many years with this. This COVID has really redirected my focus on other things. So it's been a blessing.
And Coach, how would you recap your year one at Morgan State? 15 wins there. You got 9 in conference, go 9-7 in the MEAC, which is great, over 500. So how would you kind of recap your first year and how you feel about the foundation you laid here going forward as well?
I think, we made the most of what we had. I thought we could have won a few more games, but there were some games we could have lost down during the season. So I think we had an average year, a little bit above average, and we just want to build off of that. We want to send a message to the league that, we're going to play hard, we're going to play smart, we're going to play together. So I think we started that off. Now we got a few more guys, and hopefully it goes in the right direction, goes up.
And speaking of that, as far as the off season when guys are at home, did you all kind of watch a little bit of film on your Zoom calls as well, kind of keep some teaching while they was away, and also keeping them in somehow shape? Did y'all have send them workouts to kind of keep them so they won't come back to you so raw? We have to start from scratch to get them ready for November 25th here coming up real soon.
We didn't send a lot of stuff out on Zoom. We did send workout stuff out, but we didn't look at plays and we didn't diagram things. I didn't want to overload their mind with basketball. I wanted them to want it. So we didn't do a lot. So I wanted them to want to get back. And a lot of them wanted to really get back because we didn't do the things. Some people saying, they would send film and they would talk about this, and guys would get complacent with that. I didn't want that. What I wanted to do is make these guys hungry and wanted to come back. And these guys was itching to get back. And when we got them back, they were hungry.
Yeah, and in the ramping up process, Coach, you want to make sure they don't get hurt. They're so excited, that soft tissue injuries can linger all year long because that's the thing you want to avoid. So how's that being, kind of ramp them up so they won't get hurt and having to make kind of monitor to make sure they don't go too hard and injure some where you got a nagging injury all year long?
Yeah, it's the thing, Knight. We getting to that point now. We're going to have to play someone soon because our guys are starting to chop at each other. We've been going for a minute now since we've been back, and we've been getting it in, and I think we've had a good so far preseason. We just got to stay afloat and keep guys healthy and, just make the most of it because, guys can get bored with what they're doing. So what we got to do is make it interesting and make it tougher than what they're going to see during the season.
Most definitely. And, speaking of your schedule, I can only imagine, losing 2 weeks of non-conference games is Kyle had your mind racing to find games. So how was that been? Also, with the other factor of, hey, some cities have quarantine, some don't. Some schools do, some don't. So how has that been trying to get games knowing that, hey, you got to follow all these rules and make it fall just right to get it done the right way?
And this scheduling thing's been a nightmare. I mean, our schedule has changed daily. We had our schedule done. Then when they changed it back for 30 days, we had to start over. Then we had halfway done again, then teams dropping. I mean, we got calls today for 2 more, and it's basically done, but it's not done until you get the contract. So we're close now. I think we got a good regional schedule, a doable schedule, and we just got to make the most of it. I mean, nothing's going to be perfect this year. And I think with the schedule being made, it's still going to be changes during the year.
Most definitely. And I've seen some of them contracts, Coach, those COVID clauses, man, they're ugly. If it's fans, it's this number. If they're our fans, this number. And I hate being on your end of it because I know you all have to play for money games for raise money for your school, and they just doing what they gonna do. It's just crazy that you got to deal with these different clauses. I begin because guys send me the contracts. I'm like, I wouldn't sign that if I didn't have to.
We had a contract that had something in it about $500, and none of us could understand it. And we had to go back and forth, and it made no sense. And then they had to change the wording. Then it made sense, but. These contracts now are tricky. You got to read them.
You got that right. And, it's so funny, Coach, said that because I said, you all, this is what helps raise money for you all's university. A lot of people don't understand that about the MEAC. Like, you have to raise money for university. It plays for other sports, too. So you have a responsibility not only to yourself, but also to the university to bring in a certain amount of income. But thank God that ADs and presidents understand that during this COVID period, hey, the money ain't out like it used to be because they don't have money to give away like they used to.
Oh, yeah, the money is not even close to how it usually is. So, but we're going to make it work for the money they send us.
Most definitely. And the coach, I know a lot of teams been going out to vote as well. So, excuse me, young man, about the election coming up here real soon. You're in the DMV area, of course, up there in Maryland up there. So, how have you talked about your team was getting registered to vote, getting them out there to vote, and how they going to need to get engaged in their civic duty as well, along with also the community as well?
All our guys are registered. We're going to make sure that it's a day off. And we're going to use it wisely. We're going to go out and vote, and we're going to make the most of that day and just hope for the best, pray for the best, and may the best happen. We got to make some changes, and we know we are part of it. And these guys, like I told them, this is their future. They got to think smart about this. So not telling them who to vote for, or just trying to give them guidance of how to pick a opponent for yourself and for what you stand for and where you come from.
Now, Coach, I heard on Tavares Hardy the other week. He told me great things about you. You know, you're all both in Baltimore there. So tell us about Coach Hardy from your end. He talked about you really well when he had him on. So tell us about your man, T. Hardy, man.
T. Hardy is one of the best, man. Now, let me tell you, he's one of the brightest minds out there. Smart mind, knows the game, played the game. I mean, he has that, as I tell our guys, he has that IQ, that high IQ about the game. Good brother, really good brother, and going to win there. He's going to win there. We was going to play, and I'm glad the COVID, they couldn't play in the fall. So I told him, you know what, we're not going to play. You know, it's hard enough winning, and then when you got to play against your friends, I said, you know what, we'd be better off just scrimmaging, you know, because I went through that when I was at Binghamton playing one of my best friends in the business, Carl Hobbs at GW. And one year we beat him. And I was happy, but when I walked back to my office, how I felt wasn't right. So I said, you know, I can't keep doing this. You know, I'd rather not play my friends. And T. Hardy falls in that line. I mean, he's a good brother. He's got that team trending up, and I know they're going to win. And I tell you what, we were lucky that we didn't have to play him this year, because I'm telling you, he's going to have that team playing well. He's going to have them playing well.
That's what I got for you, Coach. How's it been for you coaches to get on Zooms together and fellowship and not be so cutthroat, where people kind of letting their guard down a little bit and having them be more open about things and how they do stuff? So how's that been this offseason to kind of, with this COVID thing, get to know guys who you might not have known in the business and learn about other ways things are done via the Zooms you guys have been doing this offseason?
Man, I tell you, it's been really good for me. I'm on the one with a bunch of Philly guys, and, you know, a bunch of them I knew, some of them I didn't know as well. Some I just knew in passing, you know, and we've gotten really close. They've come down. We fellowship down here at the Harbor. I'm going to meet a couple of them, you know, just to fellowship, and they come watch our practice. We go watch their practice. I mean, it's been really good, man. This has brought people probably more together than it ever has, you know, all the Zooms. But it depends on you as the individual, how you take these Zooms and what you do with them. So I've taken them serious, and I've taken it to the point where I met old friends, new friends, and, you know, Dawn Staley is one of, I'm on twice a week with her. She's unbelievable. Kevin Baggett, you know, Jeff Arnold, Bruiser Flint, all the Philly guys. The old coach at Morgan, Todd Bossman. I mean, we're all, you know, we have a group of people. You know, we got some women coaches involved, the coach at Niagara, you know, coach at UMass Lowell, women's coaches. I mean, it's been beautiful for me.
Most definitely, always going to learn. And so I've been on some of the calls the other guys have had, man. They're talking a lot about basketball. I kind of thought I knew some stuff about some basketball, but I've learned a lot this offseason about basketball, because it helps me as a radio host to talk to my guys about it, you know, about what I see on the court now, like, you know. So it's been great, Coach Broadus. I know you got things going up there in Morgan State, man. I'm be cheering you guys on. We got to do this again real soon, Coach. And stay safe, man.
When you come up this way, please come see us.
Well, as soon as I know what the schedule for the Hawks and they play the Wizards, I'll let you know, because that's when I can come up to Baltimore and make the little drive up there to see you, man, when we get to the hotel in D.C.
Do that, brother. I appreciate it.
No doubt, Coach. Hey, man, be safe and wish the team best of luck and stay healthy. And everybody be safe up there in the city, man, Baltimore City, man.
Thank you. You do the same.
All right, Coach. Be good, brother.
Brother.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.